Hello ladies and gentlemen, it is your boy Spooky Noodles and I'm back with another video. What's up? Today we have some weremail. Yeah, werewolf related things. Once this werewolf craze is over, I will go back to doing regular book mails. But for right now we're doing weremail, and everything I'm getting is werewolf related. Or at least shapeshifter? Never mind. Anyways, shape-shifting is what I meant to say, but werewolves is kind of the thing here. Actually, I think everything here is werewolf related, so even got a shirt on that says, I'm not a werewolf. Wink. Anyways, first we got 3 things that I got from my friend, Tony. So thank you, Tony. First one we have is Animals, which is a werewolf film. It's based, I think, now don't get me wrong, I think it's loosely based on the book Animals by John Skipp and Craig Spector. I just got finished reading that recently. Short review, very fun romance-like novel. It's like a horror romantic novel, or I don't know what to call it. Horror erotica? I don't know. Not really. I wouldn't say that, but it's still really good. It's like a horror romance novel. It's just a love letter to werewolves, and it's a lot of fun. The movie, I don't know yet. I have yet to watch it because I do not own a DVD player. So, yeah, not yet at least. I had a PlayStation that could play Blu-rays and stuff, but I don't know where that is at the moment. So, yeah. Next, we have Bestial by William D. Carl, and it's Werewolf Apocalypse is the subtitle. Sorry, let me reread that. The kind of debut novel authors dream of writing. Bram Stoker Award winner Kim Pafenroth. And there's a bunch of other things here that says how great he is and stuff. Like a quote from here, it says from Ray Garton, who also wrote a book called Bestial. I'm going to read that one soon, since it's werewolf related. Beneath the dim light of the full moon, the population of Cincinnati mutates into huge, snarling monsters that devour everyone they see, acting upon their most base and bestial desires. Planes fall from the sky, highways are clogged with abandoned cars, and buildings explode and topple. The city burns. Only 4 people are immune to the metamorphosis. A smooth-talking thief who maintains the code of the Old West, an African-American bank teller who has struggled her entire life to emerge unscathed from the ghetto, a wealthy middle-aged housewife who finds everything she once believed to be a lie, and a teenage runaway turning tricks for food. Somehow these survivors must discover what caused the apocalypse and stop it from spreading. In their way is not only a city of beasts at night, but in the daylight hours the same monsters return to human form, many driven insane by atrocities committed against their friends and families. Now another night is fast approaching, and once again the moon will be, and that is an apocalyptic werewolf story. Now, I've read one of these type of stories before. I am blanking on the title and the author's name, but it was a really good story. The guy did his own cover work, so it was really good. But I can't recall who wrote it at the moment. I can see his face, but I can't see the author's name or the book title. But I've read it recently, or not recently, like 2 years ago, and yeah, it was pretty good. Anyways, let's move on to the next book.
Can I help you, Joe? But it's not my fault!
Sunshine and the Full Moon by John Robinson. So I'm guessing this is like an ecliptic type of werewolf story where the eclipse happens and werewolves are allowed to live amongst the like roam around during the daytime. So that's pretty cool. Let me see if there's a synopsis here. Werewolf attack. A missing girl. A teenager scratching and scraping for every asthmatic breath in the clutches of evil. Sunshine Robbins is having a summer to forget. First, the sassy softball superstar breaks her arm during a heroic home run, and now her trip to the California gold country has taken a frightening turn as a geocaching exploration leads to the terrifying discovery of a shape-shifting creature lurking beneath the streets of Dafneville. As she puts the pieces together about the town's haunting past, a determined Sunshine must fight through her own bouts of anxiety and fear as she stares down the devilish beast looking to destroy Dafneville, one victim at a time. A suspenseful adventure bustling. But that cover really screams like there's going to be an eclipse in this story. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but there's the sun around the moon. I mean, and then the werewolf. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. But you guys tell me if you read this book and if you liked it or not. With all these books, obviously. If you read them, let me know if you liked them. Alright. And that is it for my friend Tony Bacon's mail. That's werewolf related. I have more books by him over on the shelf, but I need to, or not by him, but like sent to me by him, if you know what I mean. Anyways, next book I bought on my own, Jeff Strand Wolf Hunt. Now, this book was hilariously fun. I bought this a while ago, but I finally am showing it now. It was a lot of fun reading this book. It was just fun in general. It was a lot of fun, and all the holes that could have been had were filled by the end of the book, and I really enjoyed this story. This first one is golden in my eyes. The other two still are 5-star reads, but this one is definitely this far superior novel of the 3 books. Ivan, the villain of the story, is fantastic as a villain. The 2 main thuggish characters, the protagonists, are really good. And there's even a sad scene with a lady who, like, by book 3, you're thinking, damn, did she really have to die like she did? I was actually hoping by book 3 she might actually be alive. And I'm not going to say who it is because that might ruin it, and I might have already said too much, but this was a great book. I could read the back, but I've already read it, but I'll read the back for you guys. 2 thugs, 1 innocent woman, and 1 vicious freaking werewolf. Meet George and Lou. Thugs for hire. The kind of intimidating yet friendly guys who will break your thumbs, but be polite about it. Their latest assignment is to drive across Florida to deliver some precious cargo to a crime lord. The cargo, a man in a cage. Though Ivan seems perfectly human, they're warned that he is, in fact, a bloodthirsty werewolf. George and Lou don't believe in the supernatural, but even if they did, it's daytime, and tonight isn't the full moon. Their instructions are straightforward. Do not open the cage. Do not reach into the cage. Do not throw anything into the cage, and they don't. Unfortunately, Ivan doesn't play by the usual werewolf rules, and the thugs find themselves suddenly responsible for a ferocious escaped beast. One who can transform at will. One who enjoys killing in human form as much as he enjoys killing as a monster. If George and Lou want to save their careers, dozens of people, and their own lives, they need to recapture him, because Ivan the werewolf is in the mood for a murder spree. Phenomenal book. One of my favorite werewolf books to this day. I don't think it beats Ray Garton's Ravenous, and I'm not sure if it beats, well, yeah, it does beat Animals by Craig Spector and John Skipp, but just barely at the skin of its teeth. I did give Animals 4 stars, and I gave this one 5 stars, but I just read Animals. It was really good. I read this one a little bit ago. It still holds up. And yeah, in last book. This is by Dylan Collins Dunbar, and this is Wolf's Hide. And as you can see, it won an award for Literary Titan, or it won a award from Literary Titan. Wolf's Hide, 1980s, check. Navajos, check. Nazis, check. Werewolves, check. Respected Navajo Sheriff Tanaka Chi must investigate a pile of gruesome murders near the forest of Flagstaff, Arizona. The signs tell the sheriff that it isn't a man. Soon the case begins to remind him of stories his grandfather told. Dark stories about the Lushi, I might be saying that wrong. An evil that turns someone into a beast on the nights of the full moon. When Sheriff Chi finally learns the stories are true, it is too late. Tanaka then sets out to track the beast across the country, turning it into a vicious game of cat and mouse. From the author who brought you the horror story collection Free Candy comes the novel Wolf's Hide. From the trenches of Nazi Germany to the street of Detroit, follow one man's crusade fueled by guilt and driven by wrath. And that is Wolf's Hide by Dylan Collins Dunbar. Now, this one I kind of just stumbled upon while looking up werewolf stuff. This was, I think, written pretty recently. Let me check. Yeah, 24. So it was written last year. It's pretty good format. Sometimes I see, like, self-published books. Not saying this is self-published. I don't know if it's self-published. It says Maverick Ranch Publishing, but I don't know if that means anything, if he's a publisher or not. I don't know. But usually these books don't do well with formatting, but this book looks very well formatted, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, I'm gonna read this book very shortly here. Right now, I am currently reading, if I have it anywhere, I don't know where I put it. Here it is. I'm currently reading this Wolf Curse by Guyan Smith. It's, well, I kind of fell asleep while reading it. So I was like 10 pages in and I started falling asleep. Not because the book's boring or anything, it's just I read it after work and I was like falling asleep because I was exhausted from work. So I'm going to have to probably reread those last 10 pages because I don't recall what happened at all in this book. But maybe I'll pick up where I left off and see if I can recollect at all. And if I can't recollect, then I will continue to go, or I'll go back and reread it, and then we'll go from there. But I'm thinking it's a good book, I think, because I heard great things about it, and Guyan Smith I've heard great things about, and I really want to read this book more. I just need to find time, energy, and all that jazz. But it's a very short synopsis here. You guys can take a look at it if you want. Very short synopsis, or book description, you know. But with that, I'm done with this book, or this Weremail video. I do have one more thing coming in the mail. I don't think I'm going to add it to this Weremail. Maybe I'll add it to another Weremail video. Or maybe I'll do its own video for the unboxing of what I'm about to get. That's a little bit of a hint that it's going to be in a box. It's going to be a little bigger than the books I'm getting. It's not a book, but it's still very exciting, nevertheless. I'm very excited to take some pictures of it and videos and show them to you guys. Also, one more thing before I go. I'm so sorry about the furnace making noise. I planned to originally do this video yesterday and film it upstairs in my room, or in the dining room area where there isn't as much noise except for dogs. But I didn't do that when I had the time and the area was available. But now I have to do it in my basement and the furnace is going off. So if you hear the furnace, I am so sorry. That wasn't my intention for the furnace to be going off during my recording, but it is what it is. But yeah, I think I'm out with that. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you have a spooky night. And yeah, have a great day, guys. See you in the next video. Ow!